I've been unemployed for over a year now, not from a lack of trying to find another job. I just keep getting rejected. I literally applied for a place twice that asked for my middle school education information, asked me if I was educated up to middle school. I have a bachelor's degree. They rejected me twice. Okay, I'm not just applying for like corporate jobs, I'm applying for waitress jobs and being rejected. I don't know what to do at this point. I've paid people to redo my resume. That didn't help. I don't have money to pay people to do it again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I'm lost. I am actually at a point where I am genuinely taking an offering tomorrow to a fairy door to ask fairies to help me find a job. And I'm applying for jobs all over the spectrum. Ones that I'm qualified for, ones that I'm underqualified for, ones that I'm overqualified for. Like, I feel like I'm hitting every single base of everything. I'm redoing my resume to the job descriptions. I don't know what to do.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to be checking out some videos about the job market. So a lot of people have actually been going through a lot of struggles with finding a job. It's still the same. The job market is still as horrible as it is, if not even worse than before. Like, I've made a lot of videos about how people have been struggling like with finding jobs. They are having to deal with so much more, a lot of more stress, and searching for a job is now basically like a full-time job. That's just how it feels, an unpaid job, because you have to jump through so many hoops trying to fill in application, and then at the end of the day, most companies are not hiring. It feels like places are not hiring, and the number of people who are unemployed is still growing continuously every single day. Before we get right into this video, I want to give a very big shout out to RS for sending me a $10 super thanks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
One thing that's super absurd that no one seems to be talking about is, you know how the job market is super ass? Well, because of that, people are kind of relentlessly applying to jobs on websites like Indeed, for example. Well, when you do that, you got to put your resume on there. Your resume has all the information about you. It has everything you could ever possibly want to know about a person. It's got your name, your address, your phone number, your job history. It's got everything. They are selling that information. Like, they're not even trying to hide it either. If you've ever gotten a scam call or text saying, hey, I saw your thing on it. No, that was sold to them. They didn't just happen upon that info. That was sold to them by a person that you willingly gave it to. And the thing is, not only are they doing that, but they're also creating fake positions that they never plan on hiring just so people put their resume in and they get their info and they can sell it. That happens. It happens every single day, and no one talks about it.
I have to constantly remind myself that like the job market is shit and balls, but I think the most frustrating part about it is how older people just act like we're lazy. And not, like, obviously this is like a common conversation, but I'm talking about the way that they think we are just not trying or like not being creative enough. I don't know if they fully understand. It's not even like just the fact that we're only applying online now. They're using AI to read our applications. They're using AI to vet if we're like good enough for them, let alone actually knowing who we are as a person. I went to New York City for a Halloween weekend with my friends, and my stepdad was straight up telling me, like, just go to some companies and, like, talk to the secretary, and, like, if the secretary likes you, they'll probably pass you on to the CEO. Like, be serious right now. And, like, part of the idea was, oh, make sure you just, like, put all of your video content on a hard drive. They'll watch it. No, they won't. Like, obviously we've had the discussion that, you know, boomers think we're lazy and that we spend too much money on Starbucks and avocado toast or whatever. But it's not just the fact that, like, they say that. It's the fact that they think we're just not applying hard enough or trying hard enough. But there's too many people. It's a saturated market, and jobs are being replaced left and right. And we are in such a world of productivity. Like, we need to be as productive as possible, that they're not even trying to, like, view the humans behind these applications. Now, I'm not sitting here like, why can't you guys just give me a chance? I understand the way of the world. I'm not shocked that they were acting like this. But I am saying, like, it's not my fault that, you know, they're using AI to see whether I'm a good candidate, and who knows how, like, well they're even that even reads my resume. For all I know, it scans one of the jobs and says, okay, that's all she's done. I don't know. So, like, if you're ever feeling, like, really down about it, just, like, remember, we're all in this together. Like, it is what it is, man. And if your parents or family or whatever makes you feel bad about it, remember what they were working with, and then think about what you're up against. And remember, you're a fighter. You're a fighter. It's okay.
I knew the job industry was fucked up when I had to participate in a group interview, wait for it, to be a stocker, at a fucking grocery store. And that grocery store was HEB. And you know, when you're in a group interview, all you doing is stealing people answers or stealing people questions and shit. And as you go around and introduce yourself, like, you don't introduce yourself like, hey, my name is Mark Anthony, I'm from Louisiana. They don't want to hear that in the group interview. So I'm first. I lay my resume out on the table. I'm like, well, my name is Mark Anthony. I'm originally from Monroe, Louisiana, where I worked at Butcher's. I worked there I talked about my resume. And so the person next to me, this man had 3 degrees. I'm not exaggerating. He had 3 degrees. Somebody with 3 degrees is next to me at a fucking grocery store? Why the fuck a man with 3 degrees cannot get a job? And I'm gonna tell you this too. This what I think in my mind. I think these places know that we're overqualified for these jobs, and they don't want to give them to us. They're like, oh, they gonna want more money in this. Let's just find somebody. And I mean this in the most respectful way, because I swear to God, whenever you work somewhere, you gotta interview again. And it was like a very thug dude out there. He said, yeah, man, I used to work here before. That's what he said in a group interview. I'm not lying. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. But his answers was good and whatnot. You can tell he a good person. He just need to work on his professionalism. I'm like, how the fuck did he get a job here? He said he used to work here. But this man with 3 degrees and me with a great ass background in grocery stores, a dude up in here like, yeah, man, I used to work here before, and I just did. How the fuck did that happen?
I feel like people is not understanding just how bad the job market is. It's to the point now where they need people and they are urgently hiring. But no, we're just not hiring you though. No, but y'all stop. We need people though. Like, we need a full staff, but we don't need you though. Like, no, not you.
At this point, we need to be calling it an unemployment crisis. It's being reported on. It's in the headlines. It's now centre stage. Thank God, because it hasn't been for a while. And the government can't ignore it anymore. This is a crisis. This is a crisis to have that many people out of work, to have that many young people just starting out in their career, unable to secure work. Now, I am saying this because a year ago, I've lost track of time. I was struggling to get work. I took 200 job applications to land a job, if not more, because I stopped tracking, and 200 is just the number I go by, but definitely more than 200. I know how to interview, I know how to do my cover letter, I know how to do my CV. I've never struggled to land a job before, as tough as it was last year. I also struggled in 2022, but it wasn't as bad. It's been getting worse and worse and worse year on end. Now, there was a little moment where they tried to smidge the numbers and make it sound like the unemployment rate was getting better. No, it wasn't. You just changed the target. You just changed what unemployment actually meant. Whilst it might seem overwhelming to be seeing that so many people are out of work, jobs aren't there, vacancies don't exist, fake jobs, AI taking jobs, no entry-level jobs, the requirements to get a job is a bit overwhelming, and it is a bit like, oh, this is just awful. How are we going to fix this? At the same time, it's great to be able to speak about it, because when I was looking for a job, it wasn't. And that's why I made the TikToks. That's why I live streamed on TikTok, to connect to people that were going through the same thing, because I couldn't understand it. Yes, the government has always technically reported on the statistics. It's their job. They have to. ONS, the Office for National Statistics, has to. But at the same time, you're not necessarily looking at that if people around you are getting jobs, or no one else seems to be struggling. You just haven't really put 2 and 2 together yet. Or people around you are telling you, well, just go and do this, go and do that. Just pop into a shop and give your CV. It doesn't work like that anymore. And realising that this is a crisis actually changes how we should be operating. And I'm not talking about job seekers. I'm talking about what needs to be done in the system. We've been told a lie, and now so many people are out of work and struggling. And yes, the focus is on 18 to 24-year-olds, as it should be. They are young people that are trying to build their careers. But I suffered as a 31-year-old, as a 30-year-old as well. And it's because we've kind of grown out of that bracket, but it still applies. I've got videos on it of me saying, like, I'm struggling and I have experience.
and I have the resilience, and I've been in this market for a while. I'm struggling. So just imagine for a second how somebody that has not yet got a job in the area they're qualified for, and they have to, and they want to, and they can't, and they're up against, it's already highly competitive for people that are skilled and able to do these jobs. So I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep bringing the facts and figures up. I'm going to keep working with journalists and reporters to talk about this, to be a case study, to represent what people are going through, because I've been through it firsthand, and it's horrendous. It's horrible. The amount of blame that was put on me as a job seeker for not having a job is atrocious and disgusting. Actually, it's really bad treatment of the unemployed and of job seekers and of people that are signing on because they're realizing, oh, the money I have isn't going to stretch me very far, or oh, I don't have a backup job of just going to a cafe and getting a job that's supposed to be usually easy to get. Easy, like you had in your CV, I'm happy to do the work, happy for you to train me up. No, doesn't work like that.
Well, it's official. The job market is frozen. According to Jerome Powell, who is the Fed chair, and it basically decides whether or not the interest rates go up or down, he has said that job creation is nearly at zero. That means that not only are companies not laying people off, they're also not hiring people. This means that if you're on the job search right now, the pain you are feeling is real. It's not because your resume is bad. It's not because you're not networking enough. It's literally because jobs are not being created. Now, it's not bad enough to where they're going to lower the interest rates, but it's bad enough to where if you land on the job market right now, you're going to find it extremely tough. Basically, he's saying everything that I've been saying for the past 2 years, which is the job market is cooked. Now, usually healthcare is the job sector where all the jobs are added. Even that is not happening. In fact, the healthcare sector actually lost 75,000 jobs last month, bringing the total amount of jobs to the economy less than 1,000. This is absolutely crazy, and the job market is not only cooked, it is frozen. There's no movement, and so if you're on the job market, good luck, because it doesn't look like it's going to get much better this month.
I done applied for so many jobs that like I be getting denied from jobs I don't remember I applied to. I just got denied from Twitch, and I'm like, yo, like I applied to Twitch. Was I trying to like? Was I thought was I trying to be a streamer or something? I didn't remember applying to Twitch. Like I applied to so many jobs, I don't remember the ones I get denied randomly. I'm like, what? When did I apply there?
Bro, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. What the fuck? I go in for my interview, right? I'm here. I drove like almost 30 minutes to get here. I'm low on gas. Pizza Hut, right? I get here. I go in 15 minutes early because, you know, I try and be cool. I try and show that I'm going to be early. I'm trying and be that girl, you know, the one they want to hire because I need this job. I walk in 15 minutes early. Mind you, the fucking AI chatbot that they used to tell me when my thing was I made this interview yesterday. I scheduled this interview with them last night. I get here 20 minutes early. Their little chatbot's like, hey, your interview's in 20 minutes. So I go in. I'm like, hi, I'm early. I'm here for my interview today. And they're like, yeah, sorry, we're actually not hiring anymore. We're not going to interview you. You made me drive all the way out here for nothing. What? You couldn't have texted me, emailed, called, literally anything, been like, hey, like, I know we have an interview scheduled, but we did fill that position already. Like, I'm sorry, but please don't come in for your interview. Don't waste your fucking gas money when gas is like $5 a gallon. What is wrong with these people?
The thing that really gets me about looking for a job right now is how difficult it seems to be to find a job that lets you live normally, let alone getting hired at all. And I'm not talking about luxury, I just mean being able to have your basic needs met, because it just seems like you either can't get hired at all, or the jobs that are giving you offers aren't even enough to cover your basic needs. And I feel like more people are starting to realize this and question it.
If you have any friends or family that are unemployed right now, please check on them. Call them. Don't belittle them. Don't tell them what they need to be doing. Just listen. Be there for them. Because unemployment doesn't just affect people financially, it affects their mental health. And studies have shown that unemployment is linked with higher rates of depression and self-imposed mortality, if you know what I mean. Check on your friends, your family.
Is anyone else unemployed and just like can't apply to one more job? Just like can't. Just like not one more. I can't do it today. Anyone else?
Unlike before, where people could just apply for jobs and maybe you don't have to apply for like a lot. Possibly you just had to do like 20 or 10. most likely you get interviews with a couple of, you know, companies, like about maybe 4, 5 or 6. You will get like callbacks for sure, and then you'll be interviewed, and there you go, like with your chances of actually getting a job. But now that the job market is very bad and these jobs are just posting something that they are not willing to hire people for, it's like it has now become more ridiculous. I feel like the application process, like everybody will agree, the application process has become more ridiculous now that people are not even getting, like, these jobs are not even real. Like, there's a lot of fake jobs out there, and then you have to do it so much. Like, you have to manually fill in every single thing that you already wrote in your resume that they could just tell from there. Like, but you have to do all those things. You have to do assessments. So it has become even more ridiculous. You're having to do so much for something that is not real. And that's why it's like a full-time job, because now you're having to apply for hundreds and hundreds of jobs. A lot of people, some people have over 1,000 applications that they've put in. It's actually a lot on a person. Like, this is not something that is easy to deal with. People's reality, like on a day-to-day.
I want to talk about something a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit vulnerable, but I think it's important that people who are job hunting and people like myself who are in our late 20s and maybe deciding what we're going to do for a career, I think some people need to hear this. Nobody is above any job. And it sounds simple, obviously. If you're a good and kind person, you don't disrespect anyone for their job. But there is an entitlement that comes with getting a degree, getting however much education you want, and then you graduate and you're job hunting and you're looking for something, and you'll maybe get a filler job in the meantime, but you'll go, you know, it's not my real job, it's not my real job, it's not my career job. I don't think this model exists anymore. And I say this from my own experience because I've had a slightly different path. I trained as a journalist. I got my undergrad in English literature, and then I did my MA in journalism, and I had aspirations to not necessarily become a journalist. I did start working in the industry. I wasn't sure whether I liked it, but I'm an ambitious person. I'd call myself ambitious. And then I went away to Australia. I moved abroad and I lived there for 3 years, and I worked in lots of different industries there. Had an amazing time, you know, I wouldn't change that for the world. But I've come back and I've sort of gone, you know, I'm going to start like looking for my path now, what I'm doing with my life. And I went back into childcare because I've got lots of experience looking after children. I have no formal childcare qualifications, but I love the industry. I absolutely love it. I'd say it's a passion of mine. And childcare jobs are really abundant. Education and care jobs in general, really, there's a lot of jobs out there. And I love the job. I love the people I work with. And I've had this nagging feeling that this is, it's not good enough for me. I have this feeling that makes me feel quite guilty of like, I'm better than this job. And this isn't going to be my real job because it's just something I'm doing in the meantime. When, who am I to think that about this job and this industry? And I don't think, and I know other people feel that way as well, not just about childcare, but about things like hospitality, retail, these jobs we don't see as serious jobs. It's not just arrogance on my part or anybody else's, it's also that these jobs are severely underpaid. Like, I do 10-hour shifts. I work really hard for what I get paid. Me and all of the other women, I am going to say women because I only work with women, and a lot of these care sectors and these underpaid industries are dominated by women. We don't get paid enough for the work we do and the effort it takes and the emotional toll it takes. And that's why that informs us feeling like these aren't real jobs as well, when this is the realest job I've had. Like, it's very real. The things I'm doing are very real. I'm teaching children to walk, and I'm wiping their bottoms, teaching them to speak, teaching them how to relate to each other. It's a hard job, and I so begrudge feeling like, oh, I'm going to move on from this and do something better with myself. And I just wish these jobs got the respect and the pay they deserved, because if they did, I would stay in this job, I would make it my career. But I can't move out on the money I earn here. I can't see a viable path to this being something where I achieve what I want to achieve. I'm getting to a point where I'm realizing that I am not above any job. And soon, a lot of these jobs that we consider real jobs, I don't think they're going to exist anymore. So maybe we should start putting our focus into bringing up the pay scale for these jobs that we really under-respect.
Y'all, I had a job interview yesterday that went so poorly that I'm gonna just stop looking for a job. I literally cannot do it anymore. It's killing me. So long story short, I had my first interview. It went amazing. The manager for the store, really, really cool guy. And 10 minutes after my interview, they literally emailed me and they were like, we want you to have a second interview. I was like, awesome, great, cool. So it literally takes 4 different tries to try and get this second interview scheduled with the district manager. The first time it was at 10:30 a.m. and I waited until 11 a.m. because I'm like, okay, you know, stoners, sometimes like we're late, sometimes we forget we're busy. There's a lot to do in a dispensary. So let me just wait. I waited. No one came. I emailed and I was like, hey, hope everything's okay. I'm going to get started with my day, whatever. The next day comes around. I get a call. I'm really sorry for the interview. We're going to try again. Great. Awesome. Schedules it for 12:30. No one shows up. Schedules it for 1:30. No one shows up. So then I just kind of like get out of the meeting and I'm just like going on with my day. I get a call like, hey, I'm so sorry. This has never happened before. Can you do 2:30? I'm like, sure. I'm on a drive right now. When I'm done, I'll log on. Finally, 2:30 comes around. He pops on. Okay. We immediately do not like this guy's vibe. Okay. And you know what? I don't think he even liked me. I don't think he even liked me immediately. And so, you know, he asked me the basic interview questions and then he was like, do you have any concerns about the job? And I was like, I mean, just the way that this whole interview process has kind of been makes me a little concerned that this is the kind of communication that goes throughout your whole organization. And he was like, okay, next question. I was like, okay, what do you do for diversity for your company? What do you do for people of color? Like what, you know, I'm just kind of curious what you do. And he was like, yeah, that's like not really a discussion that I want to get into right now. It would just be too long. But anyone who comes in here with any background, can get promoted. And, you know, that's just not a rabbit hole I want to go down right now. Okay, cool. So we finished the interview and honestly, like at the end, he was like, yeah, we have other candidates, so we'll get back to you in a couple days. No, I called that first manager up and I said, hey, I really appreciate you, because I did appreciate him. He was awesome for setting everything up. But I would like to pull my name out of the running. And he didn't even say why or anything. I'm sure the other 2 guys talked. And he was like, okay, yeah, thanks. Appreciate you too. Have a good day. I'm like, cool, you have a good day too. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done looking. I cannot stand the job market right now. I can't do it.
You usually could apply for a job on Indeed, right? You get the interview. And the next day after the interview, you're getting an offering letter to join the fucking team. Mind you, this would happen in the span of 1 week. 3-4 days.
Excuse my band-aid, I got hit in the mouth playing basketball, but people thought I was crazy when I told them this exact thing. You literally used to be able to walk into a business I was hiring, tell them that you was interested in that position. They would hand you a piece of paper. You will fill that piece of paper out, and if they had time, literally interview you right there on the spot. If you didn't get an interview that day, you would hear back from them within the next 1 or 2 days, at least before the end of the week. And the most important thing is they will tell you if they don't want you. They will literally let you know that your application was denied. And another
thing that I feel like we don't talk about enough is that referrals mean nothing nowadays. It don't matter how long you've been working at a company, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years. If you refer somebody, they can't even get as much as an interview. Entry-level positions requiring 5+ years of experience, jobs still offering $15 an hour or less. Like, this job market is cooked. And y'all always get me with the, oh, these kids don't want to work these days. No, they want to work. They just don't want to work for $12 an hour, standing on their feet all day bagging groceries. They don't want a job that's paying $12 an hour and they're losing money just to work. Yeah, these people paying $12 an hour. That's $1,900 a month. And just to have a good, reliable car just for you to get to work, that's at least $500 a month. Car insurance is $200 a month. And if you live by yourself, rent is at least $1,000 a month. That's $1,700 already. You have $200 left. You still got to get gas for your car. You got to be able to shower and wash your clothes so you not stink at work. You got to be able to eat so you can function there. Like, these people want you to lose money just for you to work for them. No, people don't want to do that. This job market is cooked, terrible, in the dumpster. It shouldn't take you having to put in 700 applications, doing 5 rounds of interviews in 6 months just for you to land a good job. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I genuinely know that, okay, you know, companies don't give a damn. Like, they would just do whatever they want. At the end of the day, they would just post whatever, even if they know they just want to waste people's time. And this hiring managers just need something to do, like an activity, and so they could feel relevant. But at the end of the day, they know that there's no job. They don't want to hire anybody for that job, but they still gotta be trying to even interview. Some people don't even get the opportunity for interview. It's always like countless rejection, using AI to just reject people's resume over and over again. You have a lot of people who are actually here doubting themselves, a lot of people thinking that something is wrong with their resume, having to actually customize their resume every single time, customize some cover letter, do a lot of things, jump through so much hoops just to apply for something that's going to get a rejection email in less than maybe a few minutes. And like, all this kind of things messes up your mental health so deeply, because now you have people thinking something is wrong with them, and it's like, it's something that's happening to a lot of people in the job market right now. I don't know if you all have noticed, but this is absolutely the reality of what a lot of people are experiencing right now. Do you know that many jobs that you see now, that they will be like, oh, just go and try to apply, like, you know, you're not bigger than any job. Okay, we get it, the job market is bad, and right now it feels like a serious recession, so they'll tell you, just, you know, don't feel like you're too big. Maybe because you have a lot of college degrees doesn't mean that you can't apply, like, you can apply for certain jobs. Don't feel like you're too big for that, you know. And people still go and try to apply for those jobs, but the reality is the pay for that job is absolutely not enough for a person to live. Like, it is not livable at all. So if you're doing that job, you actually tend to maybe even spend more than they actually pay you. And who wants to work a job that doesn't pay you enough to at least live? You have to spend more money than you get. A lot of places are wanting to offer very little amount of money in this cost of living that we're in. Then you get people who be like, there's no point, because how am I going to work with this? This whole thing needs to change. Like, something needs to change, because this is really unsustainable. You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.